This is DC Danton, Crow Crusader. It's Saturday afternoon, February 5th. I tried to do a video this morning, but my battery died and I didn't have an extra in the car, and I will rectify that problem from now on. So should always have carry a spare battery. Of course, probably keeping it in the car with freezing temperature is probably not so great, but it's heading in February now, and it's heading toward March, so the nighttime temperature should not be so cold. So anyway, yeah, sorry about that, but it was a kind of stressful feeding this morning. There were a number of crows there on Hayfley's near Hayfley's parking lot eating. That should not be. That should not happen. Now see, you can see gulls up flying ahead, and the pigeons. I believe the pigeon handlers have released their pigeons permanently, because, like I say, those are all carrier pigeons, most of them. Anyway, here's the seagulls getting ready. I don't know if you can see them. I'm going to throw out the food this way so that you can see that the gulls come down. Here they come. I gotta watch it, I don't fall down. But it gives her a really nice shot of the birds. A couple of them threw away the whole slice of bread. I guess I didn't chop all of it up like I normally do. I'm gonna face this direction. Now you can see in here. The giant gull, alpha male gull, was, I didn't see him this morning. So, I don't know, maybe he came very early to get the food that I put out in the evening. I'm not sure. Here's a little guy. They're looking toward me. Oh, they're so sweet. Yeah, the people especially hate the gulls. Well, I guess I hate them as much as they hate the crows and the pigeons. But that's the way it is here in Kreuzlingen, Switzerland. Oh, that almost looks like Charlie here. But no, I don't think so. Kind of acts like Charlie, but it's not. He wants his little ball. I'm going to put some peanuts out for him. Seems to me he needs some peanuts. He looks very hungry to me. We'll give him some peanuts here. So the gulls can eat the peanuts. That almost looks like Charlie over there, but it's not. Charlie should be following Bryant. Now Bryant doesn't have his stroller today. So I don't know. Charlie may act, you know. Oh, now he sees. Oh, there's Charlie up on the electrical box. Bryant's a little bit late feeding him. He's waiting to get his stuff. He better hurry up and get it, because the gulls are. He got it. He got it. It's so hard, but yeah. In the middle of February, I won't be here to feed them like this. They'll get a severely reduced feeding, and Bryant will make special effort to feed the sparrows and the Charlie and give the crows something. But the large feedings will cease There'll only be 2 bags of grain and mixed nuts thrown on the field like always, but the weather should be better. And then in March I will do some feeding here, and then I will start feeding in a different location out of the hands of the poisoners. And then I won't be doing it every day, perhaps 3 days a week. So that will be better for the birds. And with spring coming and summer, they can start acclimating themselves, because, you know, eventually I'll be moving back to the States, and sometime this year. And the birds will need to acclimate themselves to not having a feeding station, because I can never imagine any kind of permanent feeding station set up here in Kreuzlingen. That's just never going to happen. Not in this city. So, put down a couple of walnuts here. See if we can feed a couple of the crows. Joyful just to listen to them, isn't it? But there's something for everybody here. They love those grain balls. I didn't put down as many as I normally do, because I'm getting low on them. You know, as weeks go by, the bird seed and the grain balls and all that's becoming scarce. So I'll buy out what I can, because I think that's something at least that Brian can throw down on the field. So that might help. Let's see here. It's a beautiful day. I say it's about 5 degrees, 6 degrees Celsius. It was 3 this morning. But it's sunny, and of course it's getting more sun every day. So usually in February we have the little snow bells start coming up, the crocuses, the daffodils start poking up through the soil. If the weather holds out, spring will spring up here along the shores of Lake Constance, because this is more or less a temperate climate because of the although it's been a long and cold winter this year. So we'll see. I remember the year when I wrote the novel For a Heart for Baby. The year, I can't tell you the ending, but let's just say that last year before we had to move away, it was -8 Celsius for weeks, and the part of the Bodensee, Lake Constance, froze over, and it was very, very hard. We of course, the things that started springing up that are used to it became frozen, and it was a really, really hard spring. A lot of things like forsythia and crocuses and even the daffodils were all frozen, and it wasn't a very nice spring here. Very unusual. I don't ever remember that. So yeah, and that happened in the middle of February. So I've been looking at the weather report, and it seems the next few weeks will be more or less normal. So cool in the night, and you know, rainy, cold, but not freezing. So this is more normal. And we do need the rain. We do need the rain in spring. That's very, very important. So we'll take one last look at the field. We have people coming with kids on the sidewalk, and so I don't want to get them in my video. But we can look at the birds here, and because it is a beautiful sight. See them all together in harmony, eating together. So not too many crows, but we don't have many crows left. A lot of them have been taken out over the last 2 years, and obviously in their diminished numbers, they've not been able to hold their territory. Obviously something behind me scared them, so as you can see them all take flight. Coming back again. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. Now they're talking about the different types of birds, probably in some negative way, but we don't want them in our video.